highlights of the general ledger which has been developed by Hardin-Sauer are as what you can see here is a general ledger. Here you have four options. You can see the GL account, the ledger for the GL account, the customer, supplier, and employees. Right? This is the option. So right now I have taken up the electricity expenses, and there's a period. Okay, you can select the company. Now I'll talk about the different columns here. So first of all, I have the electricity expenses that as you can see, this is a great expense. Now this is the additional notes. Right? Now this additional note is a very dynamic column in the sense based on these options, the details of the additional notes are changed. So I have selected many of the options, and I'll just show what are the effects in this additional notes. So I'm getting into the print mode. So when you look at this print mode, so here you can see in the additional notes there is a huge amount of details that is included here. I'll explain one by one. Like first of all, I come to the show GL posting details. Right? Now GL posting detail meaning the general ledger posting. Now this transaction, okay, this is a purchase invoice, right? This transaction, what are the GL posting details, right? So GL posting is 15,460. This is the GL posting details, and it is to the creditors and the electricity expenses, right? So this is the GL posting details. Then show invoice item details, right? So when you check this out, the invoice items. So here there is only one invoice item. In case you have a normal purchase bill with multiple items that are selected, so you get the invoice item details also. Then show taxes details. Taxes detail meaning in the invoice. This is applicable for sales and purchase item mainly. Sales and purchase transactions. The taxes that have been let's say input in the invoice, that is CGST, and in case CGST, SGST or whatever, okay, and any TDS or something. So all the taxes are also displayed here. Then if you want, when you enable this show TDS column, so here you can see whenever a TDS is deducted, so the TDS rate and the TDS amount is shown separately. Right? This helps in reconciling your differences. So most of the time there is a TDS effect which is not when you want to reconcile accounts. So that is why we have given these two additional things. Then show running balance. So this is the running balance column that is shown here. And the interest. So in case you want to compute the interest on the ledger, okay. So this is the thing. So your balance, running balance, and the days of the previous transaction. So there is 15 right, and then the 26,000, and then the number of days. So that is what interest is also computed. So the interest days and the interest amount is shown here. Then show data audit columns. Now data audit column meaning it is actually the when that invoice was made and what are the details. So here as you can see, so invoice was made by let's say this the user on so and so date. In case there is any editing or something, so that will also be reflected here. So who has made the invoice and what is the details of that will be displayed here, right? Then show remarks column, right? So remarks is normally included in the additional note, but the original remarks which has been posted in the GL by ERP Next is, in case you want to show it separately, so you can show that separately. And yeah, this cancelled entries. Cancelled entries are nothing but the entries which are cancelled are normally suppressed, but in case you want to see for audit purposes, so you can create that. Right? And data export. So data export is nothing but like what you can see here. These are the bold. Let's say certain. Let's say the opening balance and all that, they are highlighted in bold one. So when they are exported, when the data is exported to Excel, so print characters are for making bold and all that are exported along with that. So in case you want to suppress that, then the data export is good, right? So most of the aspects are covered except this provisional transaction. So there is this concept of provisional transactions which are not to be entered as normal this thing. So we have created a system for provisional transaction that you can refer the details of that I've made in another video. So if you want to show the provisional transactions in this ledger itself, that can also be displayed, right? Thank you.